paradigm shift. You folks are absolutely going to love it. We as founders already know that. You invitees, just again, listen with your mind, listen with your heart, and just get ready to be in the best thing that I've ever seen online. And I've had a lot of businesses in my life, and so offline too. This is wonderful. Czechoslovakia is here. Keith, welcome to the call. In it to win it. We all are. Joseph Castangue, welcome to the call. Juanita Shepard, Bruce Nelkin, Nathan Perizer, welcome to the call, Nathan. Joseph, Clive, okay, we're getting close here, folks. It's upon the hour. Paulette, welcome to the call. We've got New Zealand here. Welcome to the call. Leslie Staples, so many. Slovakia, Martin Kovac, welcome to the call. And so, folks, it is 2 o'clock, or excuse me, 4 o'clock Eastern time. I'm, again, in the western part of the United States, so it's only 2 o'clock my time. And, gosh, in Europe, we've got different times all over the world coming in. And so, again, thank you so much for coming. And now I would like to go ahead and bring on our wonderful creator of this wonderful, fantastic opportunity. He has a degree in networking and e-commerce. Like I said earlier, he just got fed up and tired of seeing people struggling and failing, and he could do well, but he saw a lot of his team couldn't do well, and he just got tired of it, and so he decided to create his own. He's got a heart of gold. He's working tirelessly to help so many people. I can't say enough good. He's my hero for sure, and I would like to bring him on now, Mr. Ash Mufareh. Ash, are you there?
You are the hero, Cindy. Thank you so much, and I love you so much. Every time I listen to you, if people know what you went through and how positive you are, how determined you are, not only to progress and to get ahead in life, but also to lift as many possible souls and humans with you. And that's exactly my fire and the fire in my belly to get me moving and moving. And that's why I'm always fired up and super excited, regardless of my physical needs and all of that. That's minimal. That's nothing. Invisible to the goal and to the purpose and the calling that we have. For those who are listening to me for the first time, my name is Ash Mufareh, and obviously I am in the Disneyland area by design. I also reside in the Silicon Valley, California by design. What a beautiful thing to have, to be able to sketch and to decide your life exactly uh, as you wish, like you mold it perfectly as it was a piece of cake. That doesn't happen automatically and just overnight. I do believe that we have more tools today, especially using the internet and the communication modalities and methods today. There are limitless possibilities. There are two ways we can approach life. Either every day we have 24 hours, whether you're in Japan or South Africa or Finland, the happiest place on earth, or any devastated area in the planet or in the planet. So you have a choice every day. You have basically only two channels to tune in. One, I call it P, stands for positive, and one N stands for negative. It's your choice. Nobody will select that radio channel for you, if you still recall radios. So you are the one who's in charge for the outcome of your days. You have the same sun, the same moon and planet and air and all of that and all the resources. We have this powerful thing called internet. So because you and I have access to it, we're talking here. What a blessing to have these incredible powers and vehicles in life to make us just advance and get ahead. So it's your choice. If you want to tune into something positive, that's wonderful. Now, there are some people in between who try to make stories and excuses and why. They give you a million ways why it's not happening for them. We can do that. But I believe, and I want you to look this up, There is one, it's a true story. There's one forest in Russia that has enough wood to create or to build a house for every family on planet Earth the size of the White House. It's a fact. Look it up. So obviously there's no lack or shortage of wealth. There is shortage of understanding or mindset of wealth. If we have the right mindset, I can assure you there are so many ways to achieve wealth. And I'm going to share with you this time, we are going a little bit out of theme, and this is probably how I am known. I'm unscripted, unpredicted, and I just speak from the heart, but I just have an unbelievable passion to share with you. Of course, I don't want to go over the same theme, not to sound too bad. I'm just trying to save my face. When you hear Scott Nilsson presents this beautiful presentation, and then you hear me, then I'm going to look bad. So I'm a little bit smart, so I'm going to do it differently, so you don't like have a contrast, okay, between something very beautiful and something ugly. All right, so I hear you chuckling, but okay. So uh, that's been said, I was actually just curious today to see how many people are millionaires or how many millionaires are on the in the world as of today. Look it up. As of 2017, okay, I'm just asking my friend Google here. Google is telling me there are 36 million, 36 million. That's 36,000 thousands millionaires in the world. And I'm just trying to think, can we add another 100, like 100, or another 1,000, or another maybe million millionaires? I don't think it's impossible because there are thousands and millions of millionaires are being added every year. With the resources we have these days, I assure you it's possible. You just have to choose. Remember, you have two choices, P or N. If you choose P, we are positive and you want a better way in life, we have a way, okay? It's called on passive. We are building a business, rather, we'll give you limitless, unlimited possibilities in life. Speaking of wealth, speaking of freedom. Okay, so speaking of freedom, years ago, that's what I'm going to share with you for the first time a little bit of my background and story. Many years ago, some or a friend of mine dragged me. I'm going to say specifics because I don't like ambiguity or vague information. So I'm going to be very open with you. Dragged me to a conference, convention for a company called Primerica. A lot of you know it, okay? I've never been into it. I may signed up, but I've never understood. I was not aware of something called network marketing or multi-level marketing or affiliate. I was an employee at the time, or perhaps maybe pursuing my higher education, okay? So I didn't connect. I didn't fit in. I didn't belong. They were talking like a different language to me. There were 60,000 people in Atlanta, Georgia, okay, for those who know the Dome back then. And 60,000 people from all over the world, mostly in the United States and Northern America. However, I've seen all colors there, and I've heard people, and I'm not trying to muck up anybody, but I've heard somebody was basically totally out of shape. Forgive me, okay? Messed up, like yeah, and I have a point why I'm saying that. Of course, I don't recall their name. No, I remember now. Okay, looks like memory is working. Okay, those senior memory pills I'm taking, they seem to be fine. So I'm not taking them. Don't judge me. So when I when I heard a man who's totally out of shape and said, "Me no speak English, pero make," so it was broken English, Spanish, Spanglish in a way. And I'm not trying to muck up, but I'm just giving you a sense of reality, what I heard, but making 800,000 a year. Okay, it was not a month. And that was like, to me, delusional. What are you talking about? Yet I was doing okay financially. Was not looking for anything. Just, went for a trip. Okay. And that was basically the opening of, like, there is a different way. There's, like, not just like get a job or clock in and out every day and have a boss. There's a better way to do that. And I was blown away. There is such a thing, but I didn't connect with it. So I want to ask you if you ever felt somebody believed in you more than you believed in yourself. Like this, they thought, and they were certain that you could do something that you were not aware you could do it well. In my case, I had the opposite, and it's a true story. So I thought I could be a good singer. So I was in a family trip with a bus of 50 people, a huge family. We were going, like, to a lake or a beautiful place, and then, oh, I held the mic and, in the bus, and I start singing. And my cousins and my friends, they used to love me. Oh man, that day was a shift in life. Please don't ever try to do this again, Ash. That's what they told me. That's how bad I am in singing. Okay. So obviously I have other power. So my wife, when I had a job many years ago, just after that event, uh, told me, she came to visit me at work, and she said, "Don't you see something?" She was my fiance at the time. That's how long ago we go, because we've been married since we were three. I joke, when people ask us, because it feels like we met right when we were born, and we've been together. That's it. So I'm not a good player. Obviously, I'm just going the easy way. So she came and visited me, and don't you think there is something wrong in your career? I said, no, it's beautiful. Look how people, I'm the boss. I had a very good elevated position, and uh, you know, good income, multiple six figures, annual income, high, reputation. Beautiful. I had no complaint. But she came to visit me, and she said, but I'm here to visit you for a reason. I said, yeah, because you miss me. She said, no. I said, uh-oh. So that, have you ever asked a question and then you immediately regret that you asked that question because it turned like hell on you? Okay, that's how I felt. So I thought no, she said, well, let me back up and correct that. I do miss you. That's why I'm here. But the reason I am at your workplace because I hardly see you outside. Oh, I get it. So basically, we have no freedom, no family freedom, no extra time. So my fiance, my wife now, many years ago, she had to come and visit me at work because I was slaved. I was owned by my career. So she told me, why don't we have a different way? And then I start recalling that event. Oh, so people are doing something. And now I'm starting to think, because they put a lot of like focus and attention on a job is the downside of it, or the cons in a job. Okay, limited, somebody can fire you, upper, so I start like, okay, now I'm aware of it, because when you're not aware of things, you think this is the norm and this is how the only option in life. So uh, so I start puzzling things, and now I'm starting to look at my job. Oh, there has to be a different way. Now I'm realizing I'm an awesome employee, okay? Because if you're good at everything, okay, or anything like you believe in, okay? So if you're a good employee, you're going to be a good employee in any company. If you're a bad employee, you're not going to do better if you change position or location. So I really believed, okay, that I was at the top of the world, let's say, but then uh, life has put me at a position where I'm aware now. These are the loopholes, or these are the fallacies, or these are the mistakes, and these are the things that maybe you should consider a better option. So she believed, and obviously my friend as well believed that there is a better way. And she told me one day, I want you to look at this with your heart, okay? I know you can do this, okay? I know you're excited about your job, but now I'm already aware that job was not the ultimate solution. By all means, it taught me a lot of experience. I've met great people. It polished me. It's a beautiful thing, and that's how I was able to become better, because practice, and but not forever. So everybody should have a job at some point in their life. It's a good thing, but not to be stuck. Okay, so thankfully, I looked at the offer, which is basically work from home. I've never heard of the term. Okay, many years ago, I just felt it was like a lottery winning. Is this real? And regardless of how I was impressed and in disbelief I was with the concept, I took it serious. I just saw that it's possible. I had to pick up the phone and talk, the only option, not email or anything, with the owner of the company back then. I've investigated that and I went to work, which I'm bringing up a point that you should always investigate what you're doing, because you do better when you're aware, okay? Okay, and people are, they act and behave upon their awareness, okay? So it's good to be aware and do the due diligence always. So my investigation went through, and it took a while, and then I decided this is not the best option for me. My beautiful job, okay, and no, like rational man would ever leave the position I was in for zero income or a different venture that it's unknown. It's wide open. I could do well, but I could crash. So luckily, I didn't have an income issue. Resources are available. The only thing was I didn't have any experience in building my own business or having to recruit or sell something that is not mine. So I went to work immediately. Oh, I didn't tell you. When I believed in it, I confirmed. I just said I didn't give a 2 weeks notice, okay? Because if I want to do that, I will basically set the record that I'm considering to come back to a job one day in my life. So I'm trying to keep a good resume. No, I turned that off. I'm not coming tomorrow, period. Okay, period. Not 5 days, not 10 days. I have a better way. I have my own business. If you want to work with me, you can come and work with me tomorrow. But I'm going to work tomorrow. I go to work, I'm excited, I'm frustrated, overwhelmed, a little afraid, doing things I'm doing for the first time. And what happened is, as a result of my first day, I'm going to tell you specifics. Nobody would ever share this with you. It's a work from home offer. So I go and post a job in the employment guide. It's a free newspaper or magazine you pick up in places like grocery stores or supermarkets and hardware departments, etc. So I posted. It was like $240 then for 1 week, and my first day I have generated almost 21 new leads that I have mailed to them. I don't have a system. I don't have anything. Mailed to them the offer, which is a lot of booklets and things. In return, okay, from the 21, I had 3 responses the first day, which is by mail. So it got by mail to me like in 3-5 days after that. So it's only going to work in the United States, and it totally depends on mail. I don't have a processor. I don't have a website. I don't have any of those tools, and no texting, no smartphones, nothing back then. Just the regular landline and mail and all of that. Okay, regular mail. So papers, and I got 3 responses the first day from the 21, and then I said, okay, which is, I'm going to be specific with you. I made $105, $35 each one, my profit. And I said, okay, I didn't make my button, but I immediately confirmed it does work. So if I do it at a bigger volume and I keep doing it, this is unbelievable. That's my hook with this concept of the affiliate marketing or internet marketing. I'm sorry, before that, it was the network marketing. So when I believe, okay, when I believe, I know they're telling me the slide, Mike, the slide. Yeah, I'm just telling you this, cut story without having to follow the script. Okay, so I intentionally wanted to do that. So just listen to my story, and I'm going to tell you that why you should believe in yourself even if you don't now. The second day, 5 new signups, or $35 a piece. I got 3 and 5. Now I am in profit immediately. I know it just the first week cycle, because it depends on the mail. It's not instant, but that's it. The sky was my limit. I went to work. I said, so now why should I just have 240 in the ad? So let me go it at a bigger scale, 900 the next week, and then more magazines, more newspapers, more classified and recruiting ads and publications. So I'm doing that, and now we cannot keep up. My wife is, and my fiance back then was my business partner, because she got me in this. And she believed in me that I'll be very good at it. I didn't even know it existed. Okay. So this is the most beautiful thing. We could not keep up with the work that we had to start getting our relatives, our family involved, like to help us with the volume and get the mail out and get, process all those applications. And money was no issue. I'm like going back and forth to the bank, depositing money, checks, money orders, cash. Oh my God. And then life was beautiful because I had total freedom. But one time we had some, storms or hurricanes, and we experienced that. Oh, so and we lost power for about 2 months, if you recall. uh, that was in Florida years ago. And we lost communications, phone line, and all of that, and the mail was closed for that time. So I realized I had massive ads going out for thousands of dollars on a weekly basis, and I had contracts, because you get a better deal when you do contracts. Okay, so that kept going. I'm paying money, but no income in return, because everything stopped. Then that was another breakthrough for us, that, oh, so our business, because it's offline, is totally depending on uh, our existence. We had to work. It doesn't matter. We worked at night, in the morning, weekends. We chose the time and the pace. That's no problem. But we still had to put the work. And then we realized that it does depend on our physical, care and attention. And we need to have internet. We need to have mail. I'm sorry, mail and phone and all of that. So if that pauses, our income completely stopped. Another breakthrough. So we said there has to be a better way. But I love the concept. Now, there's no way I would ever consider a job. So I realized the power of the internet. You see this long story? I wanted you to understand. When I realized, oh, so I could do the same thing that is, was offline back then. Why don't we move our business? Okay, so we moved our business. Okay, roughly 15, 16 years ago. We totally moved the same concept, but online. The minute my wife put a website back then, she designed it. She was able to take care of that, and it just was off the hook. It was off the roof, the amount of income and response, and like in places you do not even know they existed. Okay. And that was the rest of our story. Basically, when we moved our income online, uh, but I just picked up what's available. I wasn't creative in thinking, what should I look for, the compensation plan, or the leadership, or the product nature, and all of that. Then you get better. At that time, I went to to take like executive and exclusive classes and courses in Harvard School, but from distance, obviously, uh, just in network marketing, because this has become in my blood now, my life, and I love it like oxygen. So what happened is I became more aware that there are different structures and business plans and leaderships and products and legal aspects you should consider. And I became very good at knowing what to look for. So I became obviously more picky, more selective, more specific. I joined the company back then. It was basically the closest to my ideal or wish list or the script or the recipe, if you wish. Okay, that has a virtual product. It's global, affordable, legal, all those, has a reasonable product, digital. Okay, so I liked it. I joined, and I am in that company, GDI, Global Domains International, as of now. And my sponsor is going to speak now shortly, Marty Orcutt, uh, 15 years ago or so, maybe. And we actually get paid every month. Like what our income is residual, but it just becoming outdated. I've done some work maybe in 2004, 2005, or sometime in that neighborhood. Okay, I get paid as of today, 2019, every day. Don't even try to ask me what kind of work, because I don't remember who I talked to, how I got them in the business back then. But the tools we had back then, nothing like what we have now. So, and thanks to my wife who believed that I could do better than what I was even thinking this is the ultimate, my job. I thought this is as good as it can get. And thanks to my friend who took me to show me there is a better option than just having a job and a boss or something limited. Okay. So I'm very fortunate that I have been extremely successful in many areas, whether owning my business or a job or a school or, graduate education. So I don't have a dooming experience, except what happened in the most recent years. Okay. We Like I said, our company became a little outdated, or the product, which is GDI, and it's a beautiful company. We know it's an Inc. 500, all of that. So we considered recently like multiple income streams. Okay, so we opened, why not another income? Because this is not enough. Now you upgraded your lifestyle, you moved to the Silicon Valley, one of the most expensive cities in San Francisco in the United States. It's called the United States economy or economical capital. So it's giant. Okay, one company there, which is Apple, we all know it has excess of $800 billion. That's richer than the government of the United States, which has close to $20 trillion deficit or debt they have. So definitely one company is richer than the whole country. So there is something powerful there in the Silicon Valley. So I moved there by design, and I loved it. It's just inspiring, and it's beautiful that you could work from anywhere. That's my story. I want you to believe there is a better way, no matter what you think, or you think you're having the ultimate now. There's absolutely a better way. There is an incredible opportunity with this internet. And I start seeing, when you start testing different income streams, now more fail than succeed. That's the dooming part. And then it got just very, very ugly as of 2017 with the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and double your Bitcoins, or crowdfunding. You put $2 or $25, you're going to have $70 million or $1 billion, and people are just going to run and pay you and all of that, and peer to peer. So I've seen a lot of jokes online. I mean, in business terms. Okay, so I just became frustrated, and I decided I think I have to uh, reflect, step back, and see what we're going to do, because the income is slowing down. My passion is drying out. Okay, I'm not excited about anything, and I have to do something. That's why I decided to do on passive. You see, when I was sold about the concept. It was more because something is done. All I have to do is post an ad or share it. It's a piece of cake. And I always didn't understand how people can't just advertise and get results. It's a piece of cake. So what I decided to do, okay, Mike is on the webinar and he is just trying to be unleashed. I know you, uh, but we're gonna let you talk. But let me don't steal my thunder. I know your plan, but I'm trying to tell everybody here. Okay, I appreciate your time. I'm trying to tell you there's a better way. No matter what you think you have. And obviously, it just got better. And don't let your dream go because it's difficult at a time. So when I decided to do on passive, I said, this is the first business I've ever done or owned. I've never done any business. So if somebody's going to tell you I've had scams and all of that, I've never owned a business. Okay, this is my first. It sounds very scary, by the way, but I believed if I'm good at something and if I want to do something, I believe it, I will do it perfect. Nothing less of perfection. So success is possible online. If I know how to teach people or show them, that's years ago, how to advertise and get results. Basically, you have to grab a good offer and promote it and get results or prospect. It's a piece of cake. I tried, but good luck with that. People are not going to be motivated and as determined and disciplined and put the time. They come and they start navigating online and they think, hey, honey, what you're doing? I'm working. No, you're not working. You're chatting or you're watching videos or YouTube. That's navigating. That's browsing. That's wasting time. So basically, you're dying. So what do you mean you're dying? Okay, because wasting time, you're chopping hours and days of your life, which collectively makes up your life. So you're basically dying. Okay, and or whether you're watching television or speaking of on nonsense stuff, that is what draining everybody's energy. We're following the wrong path. So if you focus that I would work, do the activities that it's done. I'm telling you, 36 million millionaires in the world. Okay. So if you're not a millionaire or you haven't made a million, it's not about it's not possible or because you were overweight or because you were skinny or tall or short or brown or black or your color or white. It doesn't matter where you live or your language or your religion. It doesn't matter because those 36 millionaires, okay, million millionaires, okay, 36 million millionaires, they have all colors of people and they have stories, and nobody ever told me it was easy. Okay, nobody ever. I heard they said it's easy, but it's possible. It's possible. So if you're not a millionaire, don't blame the internet. Don't blame the news or the media. Don't blame the economy or the government or your neighbors or your wife or your husband. No, 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 no. It's only you. So if you believe in it, I'm going to show you a way how to do it. On passive, we just said, what's a perfect compensation plan? What's a perfect product? What's a perfect legal structure? What's a perfect, support system that we could have? And the rest is history. We just basically sketched the ideal business from somebody who is in the field. How can I make a perfect business model that works for everybody without relying on you how to market, without relying on you how to learn and be motivated and disciplined and all of that? So what we did basically, we identified the problem, which, as Zig Ziglar says, okay, if you give people what they want in life, you'll be able to get what you want in life. I said, let me give people what they want in life. They don't know how to recruit. They don't know how to sell or to focus or to build a business, be disciplined or work hard. They I mean, some know, but we know the percentage. I don't have, specifics, but it's just a few percents that will actually succeed, but the rest are just watching. So our vision is laser focused that we had to do everything for you, zero dependability on the user, on the individual of OnPassive. So OnPassive is basically a technology and a complete marketing system with all the tools, all the modalities that you would need, comes with advertising packages, all of that with an unbelievable, like never seen before, powerful residual income compensation plan. Remember my story, okay, and Mario Orcutt's story, and everybody else is in GDI. Thousands of people, hundreds of thousands joined GDI, and they got paid monthly. So that's the power of residual income. But with OnPassive, of course, we are, unmatched, because we have daily, in fact, instant commissions that are, residual for life, and you pay in one time. So there's nothing like this that we can reference to, but I'm just telling you, it's unbelievable when it comes to the income or to the power of the automation. 100% done for you, the whole process. So you don't have to post an ad or what to say or what's the subject line or, how many words or what's the law in that area or who should I target or which magazine works or which internet or what method or what system work, what doesn't work, and how much does it cost. You don't have to go all through all of that. Everything is done for you like magic. Okay, period. Okay, we got all of that. So I don't have. I wish I have the time to go all over the details, but I don't have the time because I have more fired up people who want to speak, and I want to allow everybody to speak as much as you want. And don't let time, be your enemy and think, oh, I gotta go. Why? There's nothing more important in your financial future, because that will basically dictate everything: your life, your health, your lifestyle, your safety, your legacy, your reputation, everything. So this is critical. You should put everything on side and focus to make a better financial, stronger financial situation for you and your family, and stop the nonsense. Okay, focus on what works. So we're handing you a complete, done for you automated solution. Okay, that you don't have to do much. You join, things will. I'm going to give you the last analogy here. OnPassive is a complete marketing system that covers the motivation, the education, the tools, okay, the design, the every aspect of the technology and the mechanics in running a business. You don't have to do much except join, okay? You've got to be in it and you will win it. You just have to have the will. You have to be tuned on P channel, P, positive. If you're positive, if you're likable, if you're positive, if you have dreams, if you have things and big thinking, we've got a way. OnPassive is the way. So if you have a will, OnPassive is the way. All right. There's no better way. And I want you to stop insanity, because there's nothing better. I've witnessed nothing easier. Nothing will ever in my life or remaining balance, okay, would ever get to close to the heart that we put in OnPassive. I know this. I'm not going to talk about technology because I don't know that. I'm not the sharpest. I'm not going to talk about math. But I'm going to tell you in heart, when it comes to heart, because no business owner will put people first. They would put, I know how they do it. I've been there. I've been with them. And this is exactly, they teach you. This is how you launch a campaign, or this is how you have a product launch, and this is how you do this. They teach you the psychology is you need to think everything ROI, return on investment, your profitability, your basically everything is driven by their benefit, and then what's left they would try just to be safe with you is like, okay, this is the value of it, but it's always inflated value. It's something that they've never done. Like they try to sell you a course for $3,000, $5,000 for something that they have never done. It's like basically the travel agent. Okay, they send you places they've never been to. And what we do in OnPassive with a travel guide, not only that, we actually hold you. We carry you all the way on our shoulders. That's why I'm so confident there's nothing is going to come when it comes to the heart, to the passion, to the love of people that we have, because it's the core principle that we operate by. I'm not operating by how much we can profit, how convenient it is, how easy, how simple, what I have to go through. It's all not good news for me or my family. But it's very good news for you because we're doing it for you. So that's my confidence here. So one analogy, and I would wrap this up. Okay. You eat every day. If you're like me, I eat every day. So imagine you cannot go out and dine, and you don't have the budget to go out and dine and purchase and all of that, okay? Do the shopping for the food and ingredients, etc. But you want to eat. Now imagine that OnPassive is a chef. It's a qualified, certified chef that is very talented, that will come to your home and will do the cooking for you every day for how many meals you desire to have every day or you can fit. All right? Now, you choose your level of food or the volume, compare that to income, the pace. Okay, you want it at night, in the morning, anywhere in the world. We come to you and we have our tools with us. So you don't have to have anything like we bring our pots and pans and gadgets and knives and forks and all of that and bowls and plates and trays. Okay, we get everything with us. Okay, and we cook and we just ask you, what do you want and how much, and we'll do it for you. That's the advertisement, the fuel of you. That's the marketing aspect. So we do it for you. Now you have a way. You can wake up every day and you can shop. If you want to eat healthy, you have to go to specific stores and select your food, or have it delivered to you if you're even more fortunate. Okay, but you still have to cook, wash, cut, give the tools, all of that. Okay, so that's one way, but you need to eat regardless. Okay, now the same thing here. Okay, we bring our tools with us. Now, if you one day you're in the mood to cook your own meal, that's fine. Okay, you have the tools. But if you never want to touch a dish, you don't have to wash dishes, you don't have to go through the dirty work, you don't have to burn your hands, you don't have to get tired, you don't have to do that. Just say, what do you want to eat and when and how much, okay? That's all you want to do. And we are going to deliver that to you. Just flip everything to the business concept that we come to you. You just have to hire us. Okay. We take the membership fees. We go and we pay for the tools that we created and still, building more and more. Excuse me. Let me drink some water. And we also have them to your ownership. So every member and affiliate of OnPassive will own those equipments, and they will be there for them. But they never have to use them. Okay, I don't want you to cut yourself. I don't want you to make a mistake that will hurt you financially or uh, you know uh, physically in any way. And I don't want you to be frustrated. I want you to be totally free. Do what you like to do, and the meal will be on the table at your order, at your command, anytime. Okay? That's exactly what we do. So we take the money, we advertise with it, we cover the tools, we have it there. You want more, there are higher packages, we deliver more, we get you more. It's basically we market for you without you having to even understand what we do, but we're gonna get people to your websites. They subscribe, you make money, they buy, they sell. Of course, I don't want to go over the details or the actual mechanics of that now, because we have a better and more qualified speaker and global leader, Scott Nelson, who we missed today a lot. Okay, he told us last week and the week before, actually just 2 days ago on Tuesday, he told us, and he will be telling us in the future. And his videos are available for our founders in the back office. So we are only accepting founders, as you know. I would love for you to really, really consider what we have, because we're going to do it. I really don't want to say this, but with you or without you. Why? Because I know there are almost 18,000 plus actual global founders with us already believed in this, and many thousands are just waiting for their turn and for their chance to come on board, especially to become an affiliate. And the whole world and our campaigns are about to be deployed. Okay, we are going to have a good update shortly for our founders and existing members and founders now. Shortly, they will be acknowledged and is just about to go to the next level. So what I'm trying to say is when we launch these campaigns for founders positions, okay, in the pre-launch of OnPassive, okay, we are going to crush the market. I'm telling you, we are going to shake up the internet entirely because I became so comfortable in this neighborhood or community that called internet as home. It's like eating or drinking water. It's that's easy for me, but I don't blame you. A lot of people still think it's complicated or hard or difficult, but it's possible. I can tell you, and you do have a man with a heart that will make it happen for you. All I ask you for is to turn into P, positive. Be positive. Have a good intention. If you have a will, passive is the way. I want to allow Cindy to basically close it up here, and we don't have time to go over the details. We just have like an offer, like like a no-brainer. It's the simplest way to say it. I'm not going to even spend time on the details, but if you didn't hear my passion, or you were too busy, maybe not focused with us at the moment, then we're not the top priority, and I don't blame you. Okay, you've seen things that they don't deliver, so it's not your fault. But I would urge you again to take us more serious and consider what we have. It's different than anything you've seen. It's different than anything you will see. Okay, and you will see a lot, but we will be here. Okay, I actually want to share something quickly. Yesterday I had an individual lady uh, emailed us, said, is the company still alive or running? Okay. And I believe she just looked at the offer maybe a couple of months ago, when we are still in the pre-launch. Uh, but I didn't even answer, but sadly, it confirmed again with us how people don't even think things will last a couple of months. It's very obvious. She didn't think we are still alive. Of course, we are alive and we will be alive, okay? Um, and
For a
very,
long
very
time to
successful.
come, I might add, Mr.
Indeed.
Mufarah. And with that said, thank you, Ash. I always love it. I absolutely always love to hear your passion. And yeah, I thought I could ramble, but when somebody loves something and is so dedicated to helping other people like Ash Mufarah is, his passion comes through because it's in his heart so greatly, folks, that he's going to show us the way. He is also going to guide us, and just pay attention. Let the love in your heart guide you. Let your mind guide you, because we all need traffic. And this is all about traffic and packages and working whatever we want to work in our business here with Mr. Ash Mufarah. I did want to ask: is Marty Orcutt your sponsor in GDI and
Yeah,
phenomenal
him
leader
and
as
his
well? Is
wife.
he on the line? Excuse me. Is Marty there?
Yeah, he should be able to speak. Probably just
I
unmuting
would love
himself.
to hear him talk if he's on the
And
line, if he's
also
able
Mike
to.
Williams from Colorado, but I'm just looking to enable his
Okay.
voice. But yeah, they
It
will
just,
have.
it's so good to hear so many different people. And again, Ash, never apologize for the passion that you feel, and and this is going to be so wonderful for so many of us. It's just what we've been looking for, and you keep it real. You keep it real. You're not talking some code that we don't understand. You're just keeping it real. Just stick with it, folks. Be patient. Be caring, be honest, be ethical, and let your business grow. It's going to be that simple. It truly is. And with that said, I do want to ask if Mike or Marty is available to step out and say a couple words. If you're not, that's all right. Maybe Ash will
Yeah, they
unmute.
should be able to speak, Mike and
Okay.
Marty. Let me check again. But it's okay. Sometimes the sound doesn't help. Yeah, Mike is muted, but maybe he can call
Star
in.
six. Okay.
Yeah, Mike Williams from Colorado. We can hear you, my friend. I hope you're having an amazing day there. And a huge thank you for being with us today.
Can you hear me, Ash?
Perfectly fine.
All
And
right,
Cindy can
good.
hear you, I believe.
Great. So I don't know if anyone can steal your thunder, Ash. You're just so passionate and stuff. So there's no way that anyone can steal your thunder. So hopefully I can keep this kind of short. But I want to let everyone know that. Let me first introduce myself. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I grew up in Orlando. I've been in the supply chain logistics business for over 20 years, making good money, six figures and above. Just got laid off not too long ago, a few months ago. Actually, back in July when I joined on Passive. But when someone first sent me that email, because we were recruiting through emails back then, I listened to Ash's video, and right away something struck me. It was like, this could be something different. So I joined right away, and then I got on the very first webinar. I got a hold of Ash, called him up, and we spoke for a good hour or so on the phone. I built large teams. Just before that, I built a team of 3,000 people, and it launched. And then the first month, it didn't pay out correctly. They didn't do it right in the back office, and it went under. So when I got on the phone with Ash, anyway, I think we spoke for an hour or so, and this was like right when I signed up. I said, "Hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know, you got to do it this way." And it was so funny, but he listened to me, and he said, "Mike, yes, that's what we're doing." And we talked back and forth on what works and what doesn't work. And I said, I would really love to meet you one day. And my parents are from Orlando, and that's where he's at. So I was collecting severance, and I had a job offer from Amazon. Did the interview, went and then flew straight to Orlando to meet Ash. We had a steak. We met for a good probably hour and a half, and it was so funny. His passion and his excitement is just like what you heard today in real person. He, we're sitting down eating a steak, face to face. Never met him before, but it's like we've been friends forever. And he looks at the waitress and says, "You got a pen?" And the waitress says, "Yes," and hands over a pen. We had a tablecloth of paper on the tablecloth, and he goes on, and I have no idea what he was doing, but he goes on scribbling on the paper, and you should have seen the whole top of the table was other programs and other plans that he was saying did not work. Because I was telling him, how many different businesses I've been in, and I've created big teams, and most of the time the company just went out of business. And he goes on and scribbling on the top of the table for a good 30 minutes, and I just looked at him, and it was amazing. you know the owner, the CEO of a company, and he's going on what doesn't work and what he got from each of those companies, and what he is going to do differently in on passive to make it work. And I'm just staring at him and looking at him in the eyes, and he's drawing on the table, just going crazy, and he's excited, just like you heard today. And his passion, when I looked at him, I actually said, you know what? I've been doing transportation supply chain for over 20 years, in charge of thousands of people, traveling all over the place, but making good money. But I didn't have the freedom. So I'm looking at him, and I'm saying to myself, is this real? Is this, could this be the ticket? Could this be the right program or opportunity of a lifetime? So, of course, I already had the interview with Amazon, and I'm thinking, I've been off of work here for months, and I'm enjoying myself at home. I'm getting a lot more done, a lot more accomplished, and I have the freedom to work from home. And Amazon finally called me back, and they said I didn't get to the job. It was for logistics for the whole country. And in a way, I was disappointed, but in a way, I was kind of happy because I said, you know what? I'm enjoying myself working from home. So I'm retired now. And, I speak to Ash quite a bit lately, and his excitement and his passion to make sure that everyone succeeds, is amazing. And I believe him, and everyone here should believe him. Um, just taking bits and pieces off of other opportunities and making sure that he's getting that done to where everyone to succeed, and the business works when we start. So it has been a while. It's been over 6 months, but the reason why it's been over 6 months because he wants to make sure when we launch that everything is flawless and everything is working good. And I know you guys want that too. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you that I'm excited that I've built a big team here in OnPassive. We all talk. We have fun, and it's about time because all these other businesses I've got into, it was all about who sponsored who and who did this. Ash finally came up with a program where everyone gets along. We're all one big team, and when we launch, wait till you see this. I mean, you think we're growing fast now. I mean, 18,000 founders in 6 months is unheard of. We're going to triple and quadruple that size in a matter of months when we launch. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Anyway, I just want to say I'm glad I got into OnPassive, and you should make a wise choice if you're new. Get with the person that showed you it, and it's going to be an exciting time. And we're right around the corner. And if you're already a founder, you should get busy right now and share this opportunity with other people. But thank you, Ash, for everything, and I hope to see you again in Orlando soon.
Thank you, Mike. Actually, I appreciate it, and thank you for teaching me about good places for steak. I'm still hungry for more. And I just want to make it clear to everybody, I did not cook that one. That was not an autopilot steak, so we had to go out and eat. But if it's okay to share something, maybe I want to be even more vulnerable here.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when we met at a specific steak, which is a brand, right, place, and I asked you, what's your ultimate? Because you chose that place. And I said, what's the best in town? Because you grew up in Orlando and you knew the area. I told you, what's the best? You like steak? Okay. So here's the psychology: is my brain is why, if this is not the best, we can go. It was rainy. We had to walk. Okay. Because, parking and all of that. So we had just to walk. It was rain to get to the ultimate, which is possible. Yes, more money. Yes, probably we have inconvenience. We have to. This is exactly the same way I operate with business. Okay, so I get options, I get features every day. We talk about, we discuss with our developers and our teams all over the place, and I always tell them, give me the best. Yeah, this is going to take more time. I don't care. I want the ultimate. Okay. Well, this is, more expensive, but we can create this. We'll do the job, but it's not as fancy. No, no, no. I want the best. And don't accept and don't allow to yourself nothing less of the best. This is exactly my message. So we operate and we are striving for something that will be going to be one of a kind, nothing but the best. Marty Orcutt is with us, I know, but maybe he's muted or having an issue with the sound. He could still try to speak with through the phone or anything, but if that's not working, all of our founders and visitors and attendees here, from anywhere in the planet are welcome to speak. And again, thank you, Cindy, for what you do. I know Victoria Leal is with us, also having that mic issue. Things happen, but it doesn't
I want
change
to
her
add one
attitude.
more thing, Ash.
No, at 20.
I, I'd like to. First of all, I want to thank Mike for stepping out and speaking because, the one thing that he said. Well, he said several things that I'm just in total agreement with him on so much. But he said that his team now, we don't have to worry anymore who sponsors who, and we don't. We are all in this together. The whole world, we're going to be in this together. It doesn't matter what if I sponsor someone. It matters that they are told about this, that someone shares this phenomenal opportunity with them, and have fun. Again, it just goes back to simple caring. If you care about people and there's someone in your life that you care about, at least share the program with them, the opportunity. They may not jump in right now, but at least give them the choice to know about it, to know what they're going to be missing out on if they don't jump in right now. They can always come in later. If it's good today, it'll be good in a couple months. But to be a founder, we're at the top of a global matrix, and that's amazing. I don't care how many founders there are. There are billions of people out there in the world that are online every day. And hundreds of thousands of people are just a drop in the bucket compared to those billions of people that are on the internet every day, with the vast majority of them looking for a way in their lives to generate a little bit extra income. Doesn't have to be a phenomenal amount. It could be an extra $100 or $200 a month. It could be an extra few hundred or a few thousand. It doesn't have to be $2 million a month. That's great, but hey, it's life-changing to have a few hundred or a few thousand extra dollars a month. This is absolutely the opportunity to jump in order to achieve that. I think we're all going to be there within a year or two. I mean, it's going to be amazing, just simply
And I
amazing.
know you're excited about the campaign now, Cindy, because we talked and we are getting ready, and you know how this will even take us to a new level, like 18,000s. I wish Marty was able to speak, or his wife, Christina Orcutt, because we're in a company for over 15 years that collectively we were able to sponsor and bring in and attract roughly 2.2 million, that's 2,200,000 affiliates and members all over the world, I believe in 180 countries. And as of now, and that many it's an Inc. 500 company, highly respectable. There's nothing wrong with it. It just became outdated in a way. But as of now, we don't have 18,000 active affiliates at even the lowest level, which is $10 a month. So this is giving you the contrast of like the difference. Like before we launched 18,000, technically at a higher level, and 15 years plus in business, yeah, probably, and still don't have 18,000 or can't keep up with that. I'm talking about a successful company. Needless to say, those who don't even last 18 days or 18 months sometimes. Okay, so we are very, very strong from the beginning. The numbers are solid and attractive. So what's going to happen after this campaign is likely to increase the 18,000. We are going to have multiple campaigns, okay, at our capacity, our level, our technology, our things that are hard to even explain or grasp mentally. There are like explosive and mind-boggling, but in a good way. So after we deploy those launches or campaigns, the numbers will multiply. They're going to be bigger and bigger, more founders globally. Besides, this will not stop. So we will launch after that, go to OnPassive. Okay, founders will remain founders for 12 months from the launching date, and okay, uh, then we will continue these massive marketing campaigns after launch, but for the founders. So you have an exclusive benefit, or one of the main benefits here, that we are on our cost, okay, our budget, our work, our hard work, and many hours and resources, we're putting that to benefit you. Because when we put a founder under you, let's say we get 18 founders, this is a plus. I'm, I'm, I'm not trying to down such a big number. 18 new founders, if we add it to the table, beside the 18,000 we have, okay, that's a plus. It's better than zero. Still, as Victoria said, never happened before where a company plays people and recruit for the members. Never. And we're doing that. I'm not saying we're going to do that. Our aims are bigger, but of course, always no predictions, no, guarantees of any capacity. But we're going to work hard. We're going to do some good work here, and statistically, it always worked one way or another. Okay, so we're going to make it work. The numbers are going to be greater than 18,000, and we will get more than 18 probably, I hope, maybe, okay? But we're going to work as hard as we can to empower you. And when we place people under you, whether 18 or 18,000 more, we don't know, okay? That's essentially members and founders in your matrix. So we're all going to win together. A founder is far more powerful and stronger and more effective than an affiliate, because they have a different mindset, they have ownership, they have advantage, and they have priorities, and they have so many superior benefits over just a regular found member. So take advantage of it. If you are still evaluating this, uh, sometimes you just have to jump. Okay, jump, and then you analyze. It's really that simple. It's not going to bring you, break your bank or anything. It's a simple step. If you didn't feel what Mike said, or Victoria last time, or Scott Nelson, or somebody who experienced almost, I mean, as negative it is, like death experience, like Cindy Hopkins, and she is so fired up, and she lives for this. Okay, and the names and the numbers are limitless. Like Juanita Shepard last time talked to us, and Eva Farabas, and my friend also Bistrik went to speak, but he just got home in Slovakia. They're crushing it. They are incredible humans and leaders all over the world. Okay, and I'm so humbled and honored to have known and met many of them and worked with them for so many years. It's just getting better and better and better. You know why, Cindy? Because you always attract who you are. Okay, you
There
always
you go.
attract who you are. Okay, you attract a good opportunity. If you believe you're worthy, nobody's entitled of anything. Sadly, many people think they just have to win. One day they're going to be millionaires for some reason. There's no there's no luck. Okay, luck is by design. When you have a plan and maybe opportunity shows up, you act for it. But you cannot climb the success ladder while your hands in your pocket. You just have to take them up. But we have a guaranteed
Isn't that the truth?
success.
Or when they say no, or when they say
You,
no.
you just
Yeah, I
have to take off
yeah.
your hands off your pockets and climb.
Exactly, exactly. And the thing is, it is, some of it's a numbers game, but some of it, I just always feel if a person says no to a wonderful opportunity like this one is, if they say no to me, I either didn't explain it well enough, or I just have to remember to just send them the link, tell them to take their time, not try to hard sell them, just let them decide, and then when they have questions, I'll answer everything I can, and if I can't answer it, I'll just get them to someone who can.
But you know what I think, Cindy, too, and maybe, think of it this way, please. Like maybe this is the first time I bring it up to you. Okay, so always I think this way. If somebody tells me no, I kind of appreciate it, and you wonder why, because I really don't like when a person just comes in, they're shy, or they just want to shut me up, or they just want to go with the flow. But in reality, it's just a number, and they're going to be invaluable or ineffective for the business, add no value, just a number, and it's really not uh, realistic. They're just there because they're waiting for the first opportunity to, oh, I can't do this anymore or something. Now you
Right.
just created negative energy. And I appreciate when somebody says, no, perfect, because I only want somebody that believes in it, because if they don't believe in it, they don't have the vision, they don't have 100% conviction, this is something that they embody in every way. It's better not to come in because they're not going to be any value. And I don't want anybody to come and just be a number. If
That
you
is well put.
truly, if you
That is
truly
well
believe
put,
in
Ash.
this, okay, come with
I'm
us.
sorry to cut you off. I just really, I that is so well put because you said it all. It, negative energy in any company, and especially, I mean, it's never been a secret that you're not going to launch this until we're ready to launch, and everything has to work properly. And when it's working properly, and you
Perfect
say
or not.
go, it's going to
Yeah.
launch. And so there will be always the naysayers out there that they don't want to wait another week to they're mad or whatever. Well, that's I'd love it to happen 3 months ago, but I want it to work correctly. I want it to
And
make it as
don't take
easy on
don't
all
take
of
it
us.
against you, whether Cindy or Mike or Vicky or anyone. Don't take it against you. I'm not jumping on you, but I'm just like injecting this and clarifying, Cindy. What I mean also is that if somebody says no, it doesn't mean we have a bad business. It doesn't mean you're doing bad. You did your part. Okay, don't blame them because you really have no idea what they went through in the past. That they got so blocked, negative, that anything shows, oh, I've heard it before. Sound like okay. So that it's not you. It's not unpassive. It's not GoFounders. It's not the way you say it or the words. It doesn't matter. Our part is to tell. If they see it and connect and come out of love. I don't want them to come out of fear or like, oh, because of the campaign or out of a bribe or because, if they don't join you, you're not going to join them anymore in a business. It's like a trade or competition. I don't want that. I want them to come at total comfort with 100% conviction and free will and really see it in order to work. That's exactly how the business model works. We don't want disbelievers in our, and we had a few. And I was waiting for the day they say, I'm out. It's a blessing subtraction. Okay, when that happens, I really believe that it's better for them not to join. And when somebody says no, understand there are other things in their life or affecting their decision, whether past bad experiences, their current situations. They don't want to tell you how broke they are, how hurting they are, okay? And they just gonna blame the business. Oh, it's not good.
Well, I gotta
But
say, I've got them all beat on that department, Ash. So yes, I want this to launch, and I am patiently waiting for when you say go. And I don't mean to cut you off, but I know that people are giving up a lot of their time, and of course it is 10 minutes or nearly 15 minutes after the hour. So um, I'm going to step back now and let you go ahead and close out. And thank you so much for all your wonderful input. And I couldn't agree with you more. We don't need negative energy. Life's too short. We can just go forward, be positive. It'll all happen when it's supposed to happen. And thank you, everybody, also for coming. Thank you, invitees. Thank you, our global founders. And let's just grow our businesses and just keep growing and come together each week. I do want to ask Ash when the next company meeting is, if we could touch on that real quick.
Great. So this is exactly what I was trying to add now, Cindy, and thank you, and Mike as well, and Victoria and Marty that tried as well, but maybe sound didn't help. I'm sure there will be many, many times to come. Speaking of the 1 hour and 10 minutes, I will tell you, not once a week or twice a week or a couple of times a month. Okay, take 1 hour a day. Take $97 a day from me and give me this offer. And I mean it, because it's worth it. In life, there are two ways of investing your time. Negative energy and destructive things, and that delaying you and stealing your time and steering you from the the good direction, and things that are definitely are taking you to the right way. Even they take longer or seem more difficult and complicated, but it's worth the wait. It's worth the investment and the time. So if it's an hour that we're stealing for chit chat or gossip or speaking of nonsense or things may not affect your life, I would feel bad and guilty. I'll tell you, sorry, I'll probably pay you for that time. But when I'm telling you, we're giving you our life and our heart to make a better future for you and your family. So I hope you take it as a privilege. I hope you take it as a win. And we're going to give you not 1 hour and 10 minutes. We're going to give you a year and 10 days and many, many years to come. We're going to continue to do this for whatever it takes because we love it. And we don't operate by fear or we have to do it. I'm here for one reason. I am passionate. I am driven by passion. On passive is on passion. Okay, so if you believe you can be inspired, if you can learn some education about marketing, you can benefit from our proprietary technology and tools and breakthrough modalities and methods that we are creating, unique strategies, fair advantage. We're going to launch a campaign. You may benefit from it, or your team, or the whole company is going to benefit. Sometimes you have to look for the overall picture, okay, the big picture, not the pity picture, okay. So we may gain 1,000 as 18,000, but obviously 17,000 of us didn't get a sign up. You understand? So, but overall we gained 1,000. So you always want to look big picture, not small picture. And when we are working on that campaign, because it's mostly automated, I'm going to actually start to brag while doing that. Like I've done it in the past. I was vacationing and I was crushing it. Hundreds of signups, sometimes daily or weekly paces, direct signup. So I will do this again, but this time for you, because I don't have a position. So I will be flexing muscles, and I'm going to show you that we will be able to sign up new founders. You have no clue who they are, and bring them to the table, okay, without me actually being there. So I'm going to show you that I'm going to be taking some time off, in a way, but I'm not saying disappearing, or I don't want that to be misunderstood. But while doing that, at least we will be more focused on the features, the beautiful, unique strategies of OnPassive. We're going to talk to you about the unique refund policy that we have never existed. I think everything we have almost, okay, is a breakthrough, is never been seen before with OnPassive. Our refund policy never existed, okay. Oh boy, okay. Our pay plan is something beyond your imagination. You know some, you don't know it all. I promise you, nobody knows it all, okay? No matter what you think you don't know a fraction of the facts. Wait for the the final soft launch of OnPassive while we're doing the campaign, okay? And the campaigns, I always want to make sure it's multiple things are working at the same time. I want you to understand how the trial works and how there will no be like non-believers, or even they come with money or no money. As soon as they come to the field or to the community, whether they believe in what we're doing or not, they're going to succeed, okay? The limited mentality person, the limited ability in terms of finances, we're not going to judge them by that, okay? I don't blame them. I don't take it against them. We've been there. I've tasted that myself, fortunately, and I love it, okay? That's how I connect more. I understand pain. I understand frustration. I understand being limited and broke and stuck or all of that or overwhelmed. So we love them. Regardless of what they think of who we are, I'm just so passionate about people and humans. Just I want them to allow this to happen. All I ask them is to allow this to happen. So we're going to explain to you how the system, as founders, we're going to explain to you how it works. Even if somebody comes to the door, they're going to be there forever until they become active, and how everybody, even if they become free affiliate or in the future as a member in OnPassive, there is a way that eventually everybody will be all in at all levels. And how this will have no income limits, how there's a re-entry. Yeah, it doesn't end. And we're going to talk about global leader position, okay, which is offices. I believe there's one individual right here with us is probably going to be qualified for the global office before we launch. We haven't even talked about this, which is mind-boggling. Somebody going to the highest rank of the company pre-launch. Basically, they secured their future and their legacy in hands. Okay, I know our friend Michael Williams from Canada. We have two Mike Williams, Michael and Mike. Okay, with an unbelievable strategy of duplication. He is going to get there. I know that, but with his people, and I love that, and I respect this man without limits. Okay, Mike Williams, Colorado. This man that you just heard here. This is all he got on the table. Can you ever even drag Victoria or Cindy or Scott Nelson or anyone, you know, in to a different business after they've seen a taste of what we have? So it's okay if we talk an hour or two. We're just going to try to give you all we have. We're investing. So allow yourself and your future and your finances to receive this honest and this genuine value, because we truly mean it, and we're going to do everything we can so we can take you to the top. Okay, like I said, 36 million millionaires. Okay, work with me so you can become one of them if you haven't been there. Some of us have, okay? But it's beautiful to be there with the people who you love, okay? And you will attract who you are, okay? If you're not convinced, okay, if you're negative about the industry, if you're skeptical, if you have that fear, I mean it, and don't take it negatively. Please, we're not going to be bothered if you're not, joining, because we only want to attract you if you're like us in terms of mindset. Okay, this is for people who have above average mind and desire and thinking and dreaming and heart. I'm not talking about ability. I'm not talking about budget. That is not in your hands. But we do have the tools and resources to take you to the top. You just got to allow it. You just have to be in it to win it. It's only going to get better, okay? So